guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Esther, and you're on to Estherlicious Corner. Okay, so today we're going to be making spring rolls and samosa. Yes, I'll be showing you my own way of making my spring roll. I hope you learn one or two things from it. So, this is actually a client's order. About two clients ordered for this particular um spring roll and samosa. I'll be doing about over 20 dozens. Yes, that's quite much. So I went to the market. Trust me, guys, things are pretty expensive. You see this cabbage you're seeing right here? It was sold for 700 naira after much bargaining. Guys. Trust me, I didn't see that coming. I knew things were expensive, but I didn't know it was that expensive because I buy in bulk anyways. This carrots you're seeing, I used to buy them for 200 naira before, but things have really doubled up. This is 500 naira, but I was able to price it down. I bought three for 1,200, so that makes it 400 naira per one. Though it looks big, but I feel it's still expensive, it's quite pricey. So I don't know how are things at your end. Guys, how are you coping? See, when I was going to the market, I was saying to myself, hey, because I usually buy things in bulk, like I said, but I just wanted to buy this particular order fresh here so I would know how much cost went into the production. Do you understand? And it was quite a sunny day, but I still had to go to the market due to call. All right, guys. So I bought carrots, I bought banana because I'll be making lasagna pop-off as well. Yes, for my kids and for a client order also, a client that ordered for small chops. Okay, so I bought yeast. Yes, for my pop-off mix. In case you've not seen my video for pop-off mix, please go and check my previous videos. I also make a pop-off mix in case you want to have a party and you're confused or you're looking for what souvenir to give out. You can actually jump on a pop-off mix. It's quite affordable and we can work with your budget also. I bought the seeds for 1,600 naira. It used to be just 300 naira before. I don't know what went wrong. Trust me, guys. If I say things are expensive, you should understand what I'm trying to say. From 1,300 to 1,700, 600 naira. Sorry, guys. God will help us. So it is well. Okay, so guys, I also did bought corn, sweet corn, and marrow. Yes, farro bean. Sorry, if you have watched my previous, if you have seen my shorts, I don't just make small chops for making sake. I make arguably, unarguably, sorry, the most delicious and sumptuous small chops you can actually think of. Yes, so in my small chops you'll be seeing green peas, you'll be seeing sweet corn, of course. Everything comes out tasty and you will want to always ask for a bite if you just have a taste once. Trust me, guys. Okay, so these are the things that we're using for my spring roll and my samosa filling. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and prepare this. Yes, so we can go ahead and start making preparations, for making small chops as our spring roll and samosa for a client who had actually ordered. Okay, so guys, I was talking about my pop-off mix earlier, so this is what it looks like. Yes, in case you have not seen it before, this is what my pop-off pack looks like. So imagine you want to give out souvenirs. I'm tired of seeing soup, I'm tired of seeing indomie, I'm tired of seeing spaghetti at parties. Let's give our guests something, unique, something, whereas when they get back to the house they'll say, okay, yes, this is what I got, from this party I went to. Imagine when they get back to the house and they are frying pop-off for their children. All right, guys, sorry my camera went off, so I couldn't show you when I made preparation for these, when I was slicing and doing everything. I was carried away. By the time I was going to check my camera, I was like, but you know what, guys, I still got you covered. Okay, so this is our samosa mix. Yes, so after doing everything, I had to dish them out in batches, because of course I can't finish up everything at once. I'll have to put them in the refrigerator, yes, for future use. It's better that way if you're actually doing small chops business. So not when you have orders you start running health scared. You don't need that for your business, trust me. So that's my spring roll filling and also my samosa filling, and also I'm making them get cold, so by the time I'm done with the samosa and spring roll sheet, I'll just go ahead and use them for the filling. So guys, you want to stick to this channel until the end. So for our preparation, I've actually gotten my brush, my whisk ready. Yes, I washed them, I soaked them because it gets hard after some days, so you have to soak it up to soften it. So for this, I'll be using my flour, and please note this is not just an ordinary flour. For my spring roll and samosa sheet, if I want to get the right crunchiness I want in it, I usually add corn flour to mine. So let me know in the comment section if you're eager to know how I mix my spring roll and samosa I'm sorry, my spring roll and samosa dough. If you're eager to know, drop me a comment in the comment section below. Trust me, this is something you want to learn. Yes and yes and yes. So for the start, I don't have too much water to read. What I just do is add little water so I can be able to whisk it properly. So once I'm done with that, what I will now do next is add the desired water that I want inside of it. So here I was done mixing everything. So what I just did next was added the desired water that I wanted as well, yes, to give me that consistency that I want. Now note something, you don't want it too runny, you also don't want it too thick. Yes, so you can see me adding water as in the desired water I want when I was done mixing and making sure that there was no lumps in my mixture. You want to also look out for that because the end result is what we're actually looking out for, right? Okay guys, so I have to mix thoroughly, mix and mix. By the time I'm done mixing this, what we're going to be doing next is to find ourselves in the kitchen. So tell me guys, if you're still watching up until now, I want to say thank you for sticking by. Please consider subscribing to my channel before you leave and like this video. Thank you so much. So to my mixture, I'm adding groundnut oil to it as vegetable oil. Yes, it helps not to make the stick to your pan. And you also need to note that you're using a non-stick pan, not just an ordinary pan. See, there are non-stick pans and there are non-stick pans. Before I started my business, my food business, I used to have normal non-stick pans. I thought they were actually durable, but hey, they can only make pancake. The first day I tried using it for samosa, my sheets were just sticking to the pan. Guess what? Everything I made that day was a waste. I quickly ran to the market and got myself a very nice and durable non-stick pan. Trust me, if you see the non-stick pan, you would know that non-stick pan, a past non-stick pan. So that is what you want to use for your spring roll or samosa or your small chops business. You don't want to waste anything at all, because I am team no waste. Yeah, I say that to myself all the time in the kitchen when I'm cooking. Okay guys, so we're done mixing. I've gone straight away to wash my hands. You can see I've taken off my wig, right? The business is about to start. Yes, this is where the work is, because you need your mental health to be able to stand in this kitchen, because you'll be standing all through. So I have my dough for I have my liquid for sealing. I have flour to sprinkle on the chopping board when I'm rolling out. I've also dusted some flowers on the tray where I'll be putting my spring roll and samosa once I'm done rolling, and that's the water where I got out my brush from. I told you I was going to soak it after washing, yes, for it to get soft so it can give me the smooth and desired result I want once I'm using it. Okay guys, so that's my tray that's been dusted with flour, because if you don't do that, your spring roll samosa will get stuck to the tray and you don't want a mess, right? Remember, we are team no waste. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your pan is hot, and of course you would go ahead and coat it as if you are painting a house. Yes, that's the idea. You coat your pan and just give it few seconds. It pops up, yes, and it's ready to be used. Yeah, but this is taking longer than I expected. I guess the reason is because it's the first batch. Yes, probably the non-stick pan was not hot enough, and so it was taking time for it to come up. Hey, the impatient me. I'm sorry, guys, but I have to show you this part so you know that all is not always rosy at times. You know, when you're doing business or when you're in the kitchen, you also have your hands cut most times. Yes, but we don't show that part. So I decided to show you this part so you will be aware and also be cautious and say, okay, you know what? I have to be patient because we have to no wasting at all. So, guys, I waited and waited. I was like, what's happening now? I checked the file 100 times to be sure that, it was actually okay. But hey, I was in a hurry and I took it out. So it broke out. I felt so bad. But guess what? We didn't trash that. My kids ate it. They like it a lot. In fact, when I'm making the stuff, they are somewhere. If I show you where they are in this picture, in this video, just be laughing like, this woman, now what for you? All right, guys. So I have to put another one after taking out the other one that broke out. So I like raise. If you can see the sides, it's already rising up. So all you need to do is allow it to rise for about 30 seconds or maybe 1 minute. It might not even get to 1 minute, but just keep watching. It depends on how high your stove is or your gas is, and you don't want to make it too high so it doesn't burn out, right? Okay, guys, so you can see it rose up itself, right? So I have to flip it, and once I flip it, you're going to see how I'm going to be rolling my spring roll. Now, there are two methods to rolling your spring rolls. You can choose whatever method that suits you. Yes, so this first method is very okay. I've used it several times. It works. Yes, but in this life, choose what in pay you. Like, just do what you think it's right or what you think is okay to you, that will save you the stress, that will save you having to do one thing, say twice, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so guys, let me show you how I'm going to be rolling this. If you watch what I'm doing now, once you bring out the first sheet, you don't want to leave your non-stick pan on the fire because it will be burning out. You have to coat the pan again. So by the time you're done wrapping the first spring roll that you have on your chopping board, then the one on the fire will be ready. It's as simple as that. So this method is to flip both sides, yes, before you roll. Now, note again, this method is not a bad method at all. It is very, very okay if you ask me. But I'll be showing you something that will make you now make your own choice, and I would like to know what your choice is in the comment section. Do you think this first wrapping style is best for you, or the other one I'll be introducing? So I'll wrap this first style once again, and so we'll be able to talk together, rub minds in the comment section, and you telling me which style suits you best or which style you think is better. Can you see there's no punch, there's nothing here? But by the time I'm doing the second one, you will understand the reason why I'm saying you need to make your choice wisely. So for me, I would definitely go for the second type of wrapping. I'll tell you why. Because I said it earlier, nobody is perfect in the kitchen. You might be trying to pull out, your sheets from the pan, and something just happens. It might just get a punch, and something might just happen. The second method will help you to cover up. You go and look at my shorts. I've done something like that on my shorts before. Don't just watch this video and leave. Go and watch those shorts so you'll be able to know what I'm talking about. But I will show you again in this particular video. So we will roll the second samosa and spring roll sheet, the first way we rolled the first one. So you want to put in your filling. So once you're done filling it up, yes, you flip both sides. That's for this style. You flip both sides, yes, before you start rolling. So once you roll and you get to the end, you take your liquid and you set it up, and that makes it ready. All right, guys, story time. When I went to the market, I was trying to buy more carrots, and the guy told me that that he won't sell for me for 400 naira again, or that the carrots is expensive. You know what I asked myself? Guy, the ones I bought, did you just go to the market to buy them or something? So it really cracked me up. I was like, okay, you know what, don't worry, what I have is actually enough. And I just went on. Okay, guys, so what I was trying to show you, you saw that punch, right? That's what happens at times. I didn't pierce it, but it can just happen. So this second method is the best for me. So you need to roll first about twice before you now flip. So when you're flipping, your flipping is actually going to cover that place that was punched, is as simple as ABC, my brother, my sister. So guys, I like the fact that the second method saves someone's house. You know, it's really does save, if you ask me. And I would go for that over and over and over again. So guys, let me know what you think. Do you think the first method is better, or do you think the second, sorry, good, better, best? Okay, do you think the first method is good, or you think this second method is better, or which one is the best? All right guys, so we're going to repeat this process until we are done with our spring roll and our samosa, filling and wrapping up. Let me know if you learned one of those things so far, because after now we will be going straight into packing our spring rolls. Yes, because of time, I know this video was getting too lengthy and I don't want it to be that lengthy. So what I did was I just wrapped it up with just the spring rolls. So watch out for my next video. You want to turn on your post notification, you want to subscribe to my channel, you also want to like this video. Just support a sister. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for too much, right? All right guys, so afterwards we're going straight away to wrapping. Okay guys, so it's time for us to now pack up our spring rolls. Now my own method of packing my own spring rolls is quite different. Now reason being that things are very expensive and you don't want to start having issues with your customers, because it's really wrong when you're going back and forth with customers. So just for everybody to be happy, I like to pack it like this. And to me, you even save the day. You know why? Because if you use plastic, I bought Smart Shop severally before I started doing my own business from the superstore. Once you're trying to bring it out, it breaks out, and I don't want that for myself. I don't want any complaint whatsoever from my customers. So what I do basically is, once I'm done, I pack them in here. It's really saves, yes, trust me. All right, so on a norm, I pack my spring roll or my samosa per dozen, yes, because this time I have different sizes. But because this customer is ordering much, so I'm packing them in 2 dozens. Yes, trust me guys, it was really helpful, because if I had packed them as in per dozen, it's going to just be messy, to be all over the places, and I actually do not want that. Yes, so I packed them in two dozens. My soldiers were around the corner trying to assist me, but I told them, no, this is a customer's order. We don't want our hands everywhere. Yes guys, trust me, my children are always willing to help, and I'm grateful to God for that. I appreciate them a whole lot. Yes, thank you guys, I love you people. All right guys, so once we're done, it's now time for us to start labeling, as in our order. Yes, so packaging is one thing you want to be very certain that you're doing right, because you don't just want to put out your goods there and they'll be asking who did this. So packaging is top notch, yes, for me, and that's what I'm doing right about now. So I'm putting my label. So once I'm done putting my label, all I need to do is just put it in the freezer, and hey guys, we're ready to deliver to our customers. All right guys, let me ask you a question. What do you think, how much do you think this pack of spring roll will cost? Yes, as in per dozen. Just give me an hint, or let me know if you're actually going to guess correctly. Who knows, you might get a gift from me, maybe a hug or something. We can't tell, but just let me know how much you think this will go for. And if you've been following this video from the very beginning, you will see that I didn't just make the spring roll just like every other person. I usually make my spring roll very rich and tasty. I've bought spring roll and samosa before from a superstore. Trust me, some just taste like stick. You end up opening it, nothing is inside. More like they just give us flour to eat. But hey, but you see this particular one, you will bite your fingers. Yes, if we order our complete Smart Shop pack, we don't just fry our chicken or roast it, we dip it in a very nice sauce that you would lick your fingers and lick your mouth at the end of the day. Okay guys, I like to know what you think about this particular small chops you're seeing, and I want to know how much you think this is worth. Yes, guys. So after we're done with the label, like I said earlier, we're going to put them in the freezer, so that way it gets refrigerated, because of course it still melts out easily, so you don't want it to melt out before it gets into your customer. So we'll put it in the freezer, so once it's time for us to go and deliver, we just go, what, hey, it's delivery time. Yes. Okay, so how many do we have here? We have 1, 2, I think we have about 6 or 7 packs, you can imagine. And I didn't even make this my samosa because there was no much time for me to include that video here. But I promise you, my next video will be coming up. I'm going to bring up a samosa recipe, and also how to wrap a samosa in a way that will not stress you at all. That's my own best method anyways. There could be other methods, but that's the best way I like doing mine. So I'm going to be including the video in my next upload. You don't want to miss out on that, right? Yes, guys. So you want to turn on post notification, you want to subscribe to this channel, you want to like this video. But if you don't support your sister, we're also going to support your sister on this street of YouTube. So please, guys, support my channel, like my video, give it a big thumbs up if you enjoy what you're seeing right now, and I'm going to really appreciate it. I want to see this channel grow more than 160 subscribers that we have right about now. We can go to 500, we can go to 1,000, we can go to 5,000, 50,000. Yes. All right, guys, thank you so much. If you enjoyed watching this, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up before you exit this channel, and subscribe also. Thank you so much, and I see you on the next one. I love you. It's bye bye from me to you. Bye.
Bó ṣe ń dùn fáwọn kan wò ló ṣe korò fọmọ ẹlòmíì, mo dúpẹ́ tèmi o, ọba alátẹ àánú. Ó rọrùn fáwọn kan wò ó nira fọmọ ẹlòmíì, mo dúpẹ́ tèmi o, ọba alátẹ.